This lecture is about sentence insertion questions in the TOEFL exam. Sentence insertion questions will always appear as the second to last question in each reading passage. They're considered one of the most tricky types of questions because they require you to fully understand not only the context of the writing, but its logic and details as well. There will always be a sentence insertion question in a passage, so it's necessary to know how to solve these types of questions. Sentence insertion questions look like the following. 4 squares are placed in front of different sentences, and what you have to do is to select the correct square that indicates where the given sentence should be added. Sentence insertion is a question that takes up a significant amount of time, so in order to concentrate on solving question 10, the hardest question, you need to focus on saving your time while solving the previous questions. An easier way to approach these types of questions is to remember that TOEFL reading paragraphs begin with the first few sentences introducing the main idea and then gradually narrows down this idea with supporting details. In other words, it will begin with general ideas but will specify them throughout the paragraph. When solving sentence insertion questions, identify where the squares are located in the passage, what information the given sentence contains, and how specific it is. There are 3 types of sentences that are given in a sentence insertion question. It could be a sentence that includes a new idea, a sentence that includes details of a specific idea, or a sentence that changes the flow of a paragraph. In the case of a sentence that includes new ideas, the noun of the given sentence should be different from the sentence that comes prior to it. And a sentence that includes details of a specific idea may or may not include transition words such as in fact or for example. But it will include clues that indicate the fact that it contains a detail from an idea discussed earlier. A sentence that changes the flow of a paragraph includes transition words that change the direction of the idea, such as however. For questions with a detail sentence or a sentence that changes the flow of the paragraph, first identify the keywords of the given sentence. Second, find the key sentence. The key sentence in this lecture will be the one containing the most number of keywords or the one that contains the most similar idea as the given sentence. And third, identify what information should come in front or in the back according to the clues in the given sentence. Finally, select the square that is near the key sentence where the given sentence best fits in the passage. Check if it matches the sentence front and back. The most logically appropriate location is the answer. Here's a sample question we'll be solving together, but first, pause the video and solve the problem. The first step was to identify the keywords of the given sentence. Keywords meaning words that play a crucial role in a sentence. The given sentence was, hence it is necessary to repress transferring such emotions to other people. If you remove unnecessary information, the sentence is left with, repress transferring such emotions. Now let's find the key sentence. The key sentence should include either keywords, paraphrased keywords, or matching ideas. The last sentence of the paragraph reads, Smith states that by suppressing conveying indecent emotions to others, one can grow patience. Suppress in the passage was paraphrased to repress, and the keyword emotions can also be found in the last sentence. Now let's take a look at the given sentence again. Hence, it is necessary to repress transferring such emotions to other people. The word hence gives us a clue that it is a sentence containing details. Such emotions tells us that the previous sentence will indicate what such emotions is referring to, and it is necessary to repress transferring such emotions tells us that the previous sentence also includes the reason why it is necessary to suppress such emotions. If the given sentence is inserted in front of the key sentence, What such emotions refers to and why it is necessary to suppress such emotions is unclear. However, if the given sentence is inserted in square number 4, such emotions becomes indecent emotions, and we can tell that the reason why it is necessary to repress transferring such emotions is because Smith stated that by doing so, one can grow patience. The most logical and relatively adequate location is the 4th square. Therefore, the answer to this question is D. There's not much of a solution method to questions with a sentence that includes a new idea. For these types of questions, you have to really understand what the passage is talking about and try inserting the given sentence in each square. But one tip while doing that is to summarize the sentences in the paragraph and then insert the given sentence. Here's a sample question we'll be solving together. But first, pause the video and solve the problem. The given sentence reads, "The primary reason was the decline in greenhouse gases present in the atmosphere." Now let's take a look at the passage. The colonization of North America affected not only the natives but also the environment. We can guess through this first sentence that the next sentences will talk about the environment. The next sentence states that scientists claim that the colonization of America has had a cooling effect on the Earth's atmosphere. In most cases in the TOEFL exam, if the passage states that someone claimed something, the next sentences discuss the claim that was made. In this case, the next sentences would give details about the colonization of the Americas having a cooling effect. The next sentence, as expected, explains how the cooling effect would have happened. The passage went from environment, cooling effect, and how it happened. Excluding the first sentence, the passage was about the claim of the scientist about the colonization of the Americas having a cooling effect and its effect to the atmosphere. If you summarize the sentences, it becomes, the colonization of Americas affected the environment. Scientists claim it had a cooling effect. The genocide reduced carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere. This was the first shift in levels of greenhouse gases. The given sentence was, the primary reason was the decline in greenhouse gases present in the atmosphere. Now let's insert the given sentence. The colonization of Americas affected the environment. The primary reason was the decline of greenhouse gases present in the atmosphere. Scientists claim it had a cooling effect. The primary reason why the colonization of Americas affected the environment could have been the decline in greenhouse gases, so you may think that this is the answer. But the only information given in the first sentence was that the colonization of Americas affected the environment. We can infer that the decline in greenhouse gases was a primary reason to something more specific. So let's first insert the sentence in the next squares and then come back if there is an inadequate spot. Scientists claim it had a cooling effect. The primary reason was the decline in greenhouse gases present in the atmosphere. The genocide reduced carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere. The decline in greenhouse gases becomes the primary reason to the cooling effect, and the sentence after the given sentence clarifies it by saying that the genocide reduced carbon dioxide levels. Square number 2 seems like the most adequate location for the sentence. If the sentence is inserted in the third square, the reason why carbon dioxide levels were reduced becomes the decline in greenhouse gases. We can tell that the third square is incorrect because two of the same ideas are repeated, making the flow of the paragraph unnatural. We can tell right away that the fourth square cannot be the answer to the question. The passage states that the genocide reduced carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere, and that was what caused the first shift in the levels of greenhouse gases. If the sentence is inserted, the passage becomes, the genocide reduced carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere, and that was what caused the first shift in the levels of greenhouse gases, and the primary reason was a decline in greenhouse gases present in the atmosphere. The fourth square is an incorrect location. It's crucial to always select the answer that is relatively more suitable as the answer. The second square is the most logical and adequate location for the sentence to be inserted. Hence, the answer to this question is the second square. For questions with details or flow-changing sentences, start with finding the key sentence. And for questions with new idea sentences, try summarizing the passage before inserting the sentence to each of the squares. This is the end of the lecture. Thank you for watching.